What's up, people? I recently realized that I can throw pretty far with a putter nowadays, especially with the tooth. So the question for today's video, can we play a 1000 rated plus round only using putters? I thought about courses that suits this challenge, and I thought to myself, Lillsjön in Kungsängen. The rating out here is pretty soft, so if I play the shorts, I think I can do it. But let's find out. And I'm only using putters, which means I'm not using that many discs. All discs I'm using are my putting putters, the K3 Hard Rekos. One Berg and one Berg X, both in K1 plastic. An understable K1 Reko, a straight to slightly overstable K1 Reko X, and a overstable and really glidey tooth. This one goes really far, so this is kind of the disc that inspired this video. And then the Jan, which says that it's a putt and approach disc, so I guess it counts because it says putt on the disc. But it's a 4.5 speed, overstable, flat, reliable. I don't actually know which one of these I throw further though. This one glides so far and this is faster, so kind of evens out. And I think there's gonna be a couple of basically impossible birdies today. Good example, hole 1. This is a stretch normally with my normal discs, but today only using putters, this is impossible if I don't throw it in. We're doing 2 off the first, starting off with the tooth, just trying to get into position and then maybe give it a long run from there. OB entire right side, so trying to hyzer away from that. Sit. Yeah. Good enough. Let's try to bite off some more distance using the Jan, going slight little flex line. Sit right there. Don't go in the bush. Okay. We have options. Let's see. I think the Jan might be pinched off. Yeah, the Jan was pinched off. So we're taking the tooth. I actually threw it really short off the tee, but going for the right side gap with the Jan, just trying to hyzer it in, give myself a putt, and the basket is straight behind the bush right there. Oh wow. I might have gone too far, but I accidentally went inside the last tree. I tried to go outside of that, but I have a right to left wind, so I just pushed it out of my hand. I don't know, that might actually have been close to skipping in. We'll see what we have. Yeah, I went way too far. So starting off with a real tester here for the first putt of the day, like 8-9 meters, and having to go with a straddle, so not ideal here on the first hole. Dead center though. My putt has felt really good lately, so if I'm just slow, smooth and controlled, I think a 1000 rated round today shouldn't actually be that much of a problem. But I think the rating for this course is a little bit on the softer side. And I think I forgot to tell you, but -8 is 1000 rated, according to this recent tournament.
If you want to get your discs at Rocket Disc, use my code KEVIN10 for 10% off. That's 5% more than last year, so head over there and get yourself some really nice discs. But same code as always on bouncebackdiscgolf.com, where you can get all your accessories and disc golf needs to pimp out your bag. Head over there, use my code KKDG for 15% off. Back to the video.
Alright, hole 2, 97 meters, basically straight ahead. You have this one tree in the middle of the fairway that you have to choose left or right of. The most common play is to go right of that. And 97 meters should be doable. I do have a headwind though, so might be slightly too far. But we're going full send with the Jan. And this is kind of the distance without the headwind that I realized, okay, I can actually throw this distance with putters, so maybe this is doable. I'm going Jan right there, full send into the right gap, trying to fade around the tree and give myself a putt. That was pulled, go left. Okay, came out of it. That's a C2 putt, but I pulled that like crazy. I don't even think you could see that. There is this tree line on the right side and I like licked every single tree out there, but I missed them. And like I said, C2, so hopefully birdie time. But we'll see. Yeah, like I said, in C2. Aren't there markings here? I thought there were. But it's probably like 14, so hopefully we can give this a good bid. Still slight headwind though. Get up. No, what? I thought the headwind would keep it up. Alright, that's unfortunate. That was one of the ones that I wanted to get. But starting on hole 6, I think that's when we can actually start to attack the course for real. You know what? Hole 3 might actually be doable, because now that we're playing the shorts, this is actually a par 5. So if I just pitch, I should have a putt. So let's just try to keep it in the fairway. I'll go understable K1 Reko, throw it on the left side, kind of turn it around the little bush on the right side, get myself into position. Actually being straight on this one is better, so might not want to go that far right. So that should be perfect actually. Yeah, I'll take that. I like it. Okay, like I said, important part, just try to keep it in the fairway right here. And I'm throwing putters, so that shouldn't be a problem. I think I'll go for the same disc again. Just a hyzer flip into this gap, keep it straight. And left side is better than right, because that opens up the third shot. So let's just try to keep it straight right there. No, 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 come out. I yanked it. No. Oh, that was so bad. Come on, I can't do that. Well, this is jail. The basket is that way, and I don't have anything. I just have to pitch this out. I have a high gap up here. You probably can't see anything, but there's not much to see right here. Fade, fade. Ah, threw it a little bit too far. So now I'm actually in the left side rough instead. Not that far left though, so the par should be pretty easy from here. I'll try to give this a bid actually. Going floaty with the birdies, trying to like helicopter down at the basket almost. No, sit. Wow. I wanted to do that, but 5 meters left. It's okay, probably a par. Like 6.5 meters should be a routine par. That felt awkward. All right, it's a par. We're even through 3. I was hoping to be -1 or 2 through 3, but like I said, hole 6 is where we actually can start to attack the course, and then there's a couple of easier ones along the end stretch as well. So this should be doable. Let's just not take any bogeys. Hole 4 is also impossible. 128 meter pushing hyzer. This is actually a stretch normally as well, but with a putter, impossible. But I'm going with my really understable putting Reko, throwing it up on a steep hyzer, letting it flip up and try to push as far down there as possible. And then maybe we can go for like a long bid or something. But yeah, in 2 holes, we can start to attack. Go. Threw it a bit too high actually. So that didn't really push forwards, kind of stalled out. Not my best effort, but we can still give it a long bid right here. So let's try to throw it in with the Reko X, straight at it. Come on, that looks so good, please. Oh, come on. What was that thing? Is there a frog right here? I heard something jumping right here. Oh, it is a frog. Damn, it's a big one. Hello, froggy. Oh. Bye-bye, froggy. That must have been really close. Faded just in front of the chains. But that's another par, and we're still even through 4. And if we can get the par right here on hole 5 as well, being even through 5 is actually pretty decent. So let's try to get the par here as well. 105 meters straight ahead. You can see this leaning bushy tree in the middle. That's basically the only obstacle. Otherwise, it's just a straight shot to the basket. And normally the gap is on the right side of that, but now it's leaning even more, and it's summer, so a lot bushier than it used to be. So the right side gap is basically non-existent right now. I think I'll just go understable and throw it over that tree. Try to get it into C2. We'll see. But I'm going with the same disc again. K3 hard Reko. Well, pulled it. Should be an easy par from there, but that was really bad. I wanted to go over the middle tree. Let's try one more. That's what I wanted to do. And that's not as flippy, so that's gonna fade out. But if I did the exact same thing with the white one, that would have actually been a birdie putt. Let's go for the throw in right there as well. Birdie X, slight little flex line to actually get it to come in really soft. Go right! No. More height than maybe. But like I said, next hole is where we can actually start to attack. Alright, hole 6. This is where we start to attack. 90 meters, 2 fairways to choose from. I'm always going in the right side gap, just fading late towards the basket. And I'm in between Tuff and Jan. Should I go faster or glidier? I think I'll go with Jan. Come on, let's get the train rolling right there. Let's go. That's perfect. Missed that one. No! I hit the last tree. That was about to be parked. Still inside the circle though. Hopefully we can get our first birdie. This was actually closer than I thought as well. So like 6 meters for our first birdie. A bit high. A bit high. Perfect. Okay. Smooth. Slow and smooth. Well, let's go. We're on the board. We got the first birdie. Let's try to continue right here on hole 7, which says that it's 88 meters, but U-Disc actually says 79, and I think that's closer to reality. I normally go with the overstable forehand out wide, try to hyzer it down late, but today we're going slight backhand flex line, just going straight towards the basket. And I'll do that with the Tuff. Just give it any and it should fight out. This always surprised me how overstable it is. That's perfect. Let's go. We're putting. Come on, let's get the trend rolling. I must have hit some trees late right here because this is way further than I thought it was. I thought I was almost parked, but this is like 7.5, maybe 8. But come on, let's make this. Oh my God, that was high. Whew, that was sketchy. But that's 2 birdies in a row. Let's keep it going. All right, we're at hole 8, and normally this is actually an eagleable par 4, 132 meters, so the distance is not the problem for this par 4. But if you have a good forehand, you can actually go for a straight forehand over this hill that turns, kind of holds the line the entire way, and then fades out at the end, and you could give yourself an eagle putt. Or if you're lefty, just same thing, but backhand. I normally just throw a understable distance driver into this gap, try to hyzer flip it down the fairway to go as straight as possible, then kind of fade out towards the left side and give myself a long look. But that doesn't matter today. We're throwing putters, but like I said, the distance is not the problem here, so if we just pitch, should be an easy birdie. Let's just, on the first shot, get over this hillside right here. And I'm going with the tuff again, because we have a pretty strong left-right headwind, so I want something glidey and overstable to compensate for that. So over the hill and work left. That is perfect. Wow, couldn't have done that better. 63 meters left, and I feel like I'm only throwing these 2 discs, but later we're gonna throw everything in the bag. Going with the Jan forehand flex right here. Could actually go right here with the hyzer as well. Do I like that? No, let's go with the flex. Should have more open space out there to the left. Left to right headwind though, kind of tricky actually. Get up. That was really sloppy. Wow, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go left or right of this, so I kind of just threw it and didn't commit. That was horrible. Let's go with the Barry X in this left side gap. That's so much more open. Why didn't I do that? Come on. Whatever I choose to do, I need to commit. What was that? That was so bad. I mean, I threw it on an hyzer low into a left-right headwind with nose down. So it's not weird that it pushed down. But the Barry X is parked. I should have just done that. Or if I'm throwing this shot, I need to give it height. Really stupid mistake. But let's try to make up for it with a long putt right here. Like 22 maybe? No. That was so sloppy. Like, oh, so annoying. Commit to the approach. This is where the Barry X went. That would have been easier. But it's a tap-in par. It's okay. Alright, now we need to step up, because I was thinking that -4 on the front and -4 on the back would be possible, but now we're only -2 through 8. If we get this, we're -3 though, and -5 on the back should be possible. I mean, there's like 6 or 7 birdieable holes. So, well, like I said, we need to get things going. Uphill, turning right the entire way. Let's give this some height and actually let it turn down to the right. Pretty strong tailwind though. I'll throw it flat up there. Turn. Yeah. Perfect. Let's go. This fly around my head is driving me crazy. It's been following me from the tee pad. Get away from me. But that's 3 down in the front. Like I said, should be possible. This one is a little bit too far, 90 meters uphill. But I'll just throw my Jan on a slight flex line, trying to get as much distance as possible. And hopefully we can get like a C2 look at it. I'm definitely not expecting a birdie here. Miss that one, please. Yes! We're putting. Let's go. We're in C2. Come on, this would be so important. A bonus birdie right here. That would go a long way. Really annoying rock right there though. Can't really jump forward. Come on. Come on. No. If I could jump forward, this would be so much easier. Like I said, not expecting the birdie here, but with that tee shot, I really wanted it. Stupid rock. This one is really difficult to record, so hopefully you can see something right here. But it's a 90-meter par 3 downhill. But the scary thing about this one is the OB pond in front of the basket. And considering I'm throwing a putter, if I don't connect fully, this is definitely going in the water. But I really want this one, because it's definitely doable. I throw my really unstable K3 hard Reco. Steep, hyzer, tight, get it to flip up and go straight towards the basket. We do have a left to right headwind though, which is the worst wind possible for this shot right here. Because it's just gonna push it down. Oh, come on, let's commit. Come on, stay up, stay up. No way. I hit the only tree in the way. That might actually have saved me though, because I think that was too low to get over to the other side. But I was really unlucky. I don't know. Let's try it with my K1 Reco instead. That looks so good. The height is good as well. Glide. No, it drops. That's definitely in the water. And that's why this wind is horrible for this shot right here. Never mind. The K1 Reko is perfect. Still a long look here, so let's give it a bid. Spinny hyzer putt, crash it down into the chains. Oh, good height. Good commitment. That's better. Well, this was a lot better. But it's a par. And we have 7 holes left. And we need 5 birdies. And there's 2 holes that I definitely can't reach. This will be tough. Hole 12 is definitely a stretch. 107 meters into a headwind. Slightly downhill at the end though. But if I can get it into C2 right here, I'll be really happy. Going with the K1 Reko. Let's actually power into this one. Go. Glide. Well, too far right. Might be a C2 look. Let's see if the tuff would have been better. Wow. Look at that disc go. That is insane. This was so much shorter than I thought. The tuff is almost in C1 actually, so that was a smash. But I really need this one to go in. Ah, come on. Come on. Never gave it height. Ah, this is not good. This is for the par. But let's see if we would have got the birdie from the tuff. C1 edge is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 14 meters, which is 93 into a headwind with a putter. That's pretty good. Of course, that would have been really nice. But no, not today. When I said there are 6 or 7 holes on the back nine that are birdieable, this is the one that I was not sure about. 78 meters straight uphill. Might be doable, but I'm not too sure. I'll go with the tuff to give it a chance, but this plays so much uphill that I don't think this is possible. But considering I threw it 93 right there in a headwind, maybe. I need to give it height. Come on. Ah! Go. Mr. Tree. Yes. Wow. I think that's inside the circle. Let's go. So important. The tuff, it goes so far. Okay, it's actually just outside the circle, like 11.5. But we really need this one, so let's do this. Come on. Horrible stance, but we need to fight through. Let's go. Got it. Oh. That's so important. Felt it straight out of my hand. Let's go. We can do this. Hole 14 might be the first hole that I actually throw a putter at normally. You can see the arrow on the left side that's pointing basically on top of the basket. And I'm going Barry X forehand in the left side gap. We have OB long, so that's important to think about as well. But using the Barry X on a forehand, that shouldn't be a problem. Mr. Tree, thank you. That's basically how I want to throw it. Hello. Because following the fairway towards the right side of the basket is a lot easier than trying to park it. So that's basically what I wanted to do. Should be in the circle, but we'll see. Skipped a lot further right than I thought it did. So this is barely inside the circle. My nemesis distance. We need this to go in, so let's commit. Yep. Well, that feels awkward still. I'm like lofting it in there. Need to be a little bit more direct. But it's in. It's a birdie. So it's still doable. We have 4 holes left and we need to birdie 3 of them. And this is one of the holes that I definitely can't reach on the back nine. 109 meter hyzer, OB on the road, shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I just need a lot of distance right here and try to throw it in from there. Let's go with the Jan, throw it really hard and try to fade around the hill. Maybe get a little bit of a skip up there and hopefully we can make a long one. Go, and now skip. I think that was too tight, so I think I skipped into the hill and I'm kind of pinched off. One thing that's really nice about this challenge though is I only have a few discs, so my bag is really light. That's a bonus. Like I thought, kind of skipped into the hillside here, so I'm really pinched off. But I can give it a floaty spin bid right here. Come on, this would be such a lifesaver if this just goes in. Because the next 3 holes, they're all doable, but you really need to throw good shots to get the birdies there. So having 1 to spare would be amazing. Come on. I gave it the line, but never the height. I felt kind of trapped because of this tree. So maybe if I didn't flip the disc, I could have committed easier. No. Exact same result. I hit my own disc. Last video I made out here was the wife caddy challenge, and she told me to throw the K1 Reco at this hole, and I was like, oh no, I can't get the birdie then. But I realized it really suits this shape really well, and it's only a 150 meter par 4, so throw it 75 meters twice and you're by the basket. So yeah, going with the K1 Reco. Tight hyzer, flip it up, just land in the middle of the fairway. From there I should have a really straight tunnel shot, but to have that second shot we need to execute this one to perfection. So let's get it, right there. Go left. I think that's perfect. We'll see. But that looked really nice. This was literally perfect. I'm perfectly in the middle, and it's actually 69 to the basket, so not even 75 from here. But I haven't used the Reco X that much. I think I only threw it once, and that was when I almost threw it in on hole 4. So let's throw it here, and maybe we can give this one a bid as well. I dropped it. Go through, please. That was really sloppy. I can't afford to do that. I need to birdie out. I think that's a C2 look. The tooth is always the answer. Maybe I should have gone for a tooth only 1000 rated round. Just inside the circle again. Just give me the outside putt. This is my nemesis distance. But we need to birdie out, so let's make this and move on to the next hole. Get up. Oh my god. I thought I missed it low, but the headwind kept it up. Whew. This was parked. And the tooth was an easy birdie as well. So in the end, it didn't matter, but I had to work for it. And now that we're playing the shorts, this is actually also a par 5, normally a par 4. So should be doable. I'll go with the tooth. Hi Annie. Get it gliding right the entire way. And if I hit this perfect, the birdie should be really easy from there. Go right, go right. Don't fade out. Why is it so overstable? Okay, it's okay. It fought out of that. That's crazy. It's a putter. But I still got some decent distance, so from there the birdie should be pretty easy. Well, let's try it with a understable disc as well. Flip it and actually turn it to the right. That is money. That's perfect. But the tooth is further, so distance is good here as well. The Reco was in the perfect spot, but this is, like I said, a bit further, but very pinched off. But I'll go with the Jan on a forehand right here. And if I can just get it around the corner and bite off some distance, the third shot shouldn't be that difficult. I need the right angle on this disc. Up there, and a pan out. Sit. Okay, I didn't give it as much height as I wanted, but I should have a straight shot from there. Alright, this was actually not as far to the basket as I thought. Only 50 meters from here, so this is very doable. Let's go with the Reco X again. Slightly little Annie. Get it to almost helicopter down at the basket. Sit. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's see if we can get it in the basket with the tooth, because the tooth is always the answer. Well, better line, but not in the basket. Went a little bit further down here than I thought, but still like 6 meters from the basket, so should be okay. Okay, this is really interesting now. We have one hole left and we need the birdie. And that is the second hole on the course that I actually throw a putter at, I think. Yeah, 14 and 18. Those are the ones that I throw putter at. So if I just follow my normal game plan, should get the birdie. All right, this is what it all comes down to. Hole 18, 75 meters, slightly downhill, water right behind the basket. And the green stuff you can see behind the basket, that's actually reeds in the water. So yeah, the water is really close to the basket. But the right side is safer than the left side. So I'm actually going forehand here, which is my normal play. With the Jan, just throw it straight towards the basket, kind of fade out, and I should have a birdie putt. And this is for all the marbles. Let's get it down right here. Come on. Slight headwind as well. Let's keep it straight. That looks great. Go a little. No! What? What did I hit? That was looking so good. And I hit a root or something and it just stopped. That's so unlucky. I threw it pretty low. So I think I hit this root right here. Otherwise that was skipping down there. But now, I mean, I think I'm still inside the circle, but this is a tester. Fading towards the water as well. 6, 7, 8, 9. Like always on this hole, really windy because the wind is just coming through right here. So this is not easy. Left to right headwind, my nemesis wind on my nemesis distance. But if we make this right here, we complete the challenge. Oh, let's go. Just over the cage. Oh, we did it. Come on, let's go. 1000 rated with only putters. That's kind of crazy. All right, so we got it done. -8 with only putters. And let's see what UDisc says that is in rating. But according to this recent tournament here, -8 was 1001 rated. So we'll see what UDisc says. Finish round. Oh wow. According to UDisc, 1034 rated. So that's not true at all. But it's a good round and really clutch finish, getting 5 out of the last 6 holes when we actually needed all those 5 holes. That's kind of crazy, because 15 was the one that I knew I couldn't reach, but we got 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. That's actually crazy. But yeah, according to the recent tournament, 1001 rated, 100% C1X, 25% C2. We got it done. And MVP, of course, the Tuff. If you haven't tried it out, go get yourself one. These go so far. This was actually the first putter that I ever threw over 100 meters on flat ground. If you need more distance with your putters, get the Tuff. It's so glidey and really reliable because it's overstable as well. And if you want it straight, get it in the K3 hard plastic, and if you want it slightly understable, get it in the K3 plastic. But thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next. Don't forget the bell, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.